Afternoon, brothers and sisters. It's 10/27/2019. I just wanted to do a quick update on the talk about the Psalm 83 war possibly being imminent, and the reason why is because it seems like in the last week here, there's been a lot of activity, probably more than we've had in months and months. And we also just had the blood moon on January 21st, which is always a sign of war for Israel. And what got everything all started was that Iran had launched a rocket at an Israeli ski resort. And then after that, Israel went into Syria, and they did some bombing runs in and around Damascus, and they to the Damascus airport. And they took out some, they hit some Iranian training sites and took them out. And the reason why that I wanted to mention this thing about the Psalm 83 war is just what it says in the scriptures, because after that happened, they bombed those sites and took them out. That was when somebody from the Iranian military threatened to eliminate Israel, and they said Iran will eliminate Israel from the earth, it said. And that brings back what's written in, a fulfillment of Bible prophecy in Psalm 83. And then recently there were, shots fired at Israeli troops on Gaza border, and Israeli Defense Force tank destroys a Hamas post there. And then Iran missiles, put missiles into the Golan Heights recently. And then the other thing I wanted to mention was that thousands of, while all this stuff has been going on in Syria, thousands of Syrian Christians have been killed in the ongoing conflict. And the fact of the matter is that the president of Syria, Assad, has actually been trying to protect him throughout this whole thing. And that's one thing that never makes press and never gets into the news, is the fact that Assad is trying to protect the Syrian Christians. I wanted to read Psalm 83, just 4 verses out of it. Keep not thou silence, O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. And they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consult, they that are confederate against thee. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid of thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, and they that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded and troubled forever, yea, and let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Jehovah, art the most high over all the earth. And of course, because he is going to be with them in the Psalm 83 war, and when it's over and done with, I expect it to be like a short war. It shouldn't last long, and it should be regional. And it'll probably involve Syria and Iran and maybe some other countries over there, plus with the help of Russia. The bigger war is the Ezekiel 38-39 war. And that's the war, that involves Russia and Turkey and Libya and Ethiopia, and a lot of other countries will be involved in that. And then the last thing I wanted to mention in this thing was they just announced yesterday that MERKL agrees to form an army with the French president, MACRON. So we were talking about that in an earlier video where he was going to make a 10-nation European army. And so the Lord gave me, for that one, he gave me Revelation 17:12 to read about the army. And says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings which have received no kingdom as yet, but received power as kings 1 hour with the beast. They have one mind, and they shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Now remember, it says, this is the key right here to the pre-tribulation rapture, because this is at the end of time. This is when the Lord comes back at his second coming, where the world will all see him. At the end of the 7-year tribulation, at the Battle of Armageddon. And it says, these that make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. And he saith unto them, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are people and multitudes and nations and tongues. So, but the point of it is, it's showing right there that he's going to come back with the called and chosen and faithful. And that's why there's no post-tribulation rapture, mid-tribulation rapture, because we're taken out of here right before the man of sin is revealed. And I believe that 2019 could very well be the year that the identity of the Antichrist does get revealed. And then there's also this, for some reason I had heard originally that Trump was going to talk about the Middle East peace plan in January. And then it was changed to a date in February, which I think I announced again in an earlier video. And now the latest thing I heard is about the peace plan announcement is going to be April 9th. Although I heard that Trump had some meeting with Netanyahu over the Middle East peace plan, and that it's possible that it could call for the dividing of parts of Israel to give them back the things that they gained in 73 and 67. And also part of the city of Jerusalem may be part of Trump's peace plan as well. And of course, we know that if anybody tries to divide up that land and separate it and divide it into pieces in a peace plan, he says he's going to divide that nation into pieces and cut them into pieces. So that would be very bad news for us if that was really part of the plan. That wouldn't be too good of an idea. Anyway, that's all that I have for this thing. I just wanted to do an update because there's a lot of activity going on over there, and I have a feeling something could break out at any moment. In the meantime, keep looking up and remember that Jesus Christ is Lord.